And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bridge Show. That must mean it's Tuesday. Of course it is. And it's 1500 hours Norwegian time. And thank you for tuning in. We have quite the show for you. So let's not wait anymore. Just let the show begin. And again, welcome to our IP studio in the basement of our company HQ in Oslo, Norway. And today we have a world-famous guest. Thank you very much, Jørn, for participating in the Bridge Show.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, you know, I'm very excited that you're here. It's actually completely cool. So tell me, have you been on the Bridge Show before?
Never on the Bridge Show.
Oh, God, that's true. It's your first time.
It's my first time.
We've been waiting for some, seriously interesting news to actually bring you on the show.
Yes, I got some news very interesting today. We have a new horse on the track.
Holy Moses. And we like horses, don't we? So that's one thing. So tell me a little, because Jørn, we've been friends for now 30 years?
30 years, something, yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yes, the time goes by.
I say, holy Moses. Well, we're still young, so that's kind of good. But you have been in the IT industry for ages.
For quite some time, yes.
No kidding.
I've been delivering IT stuff for businesses, yes, since day one in 1994 approx.
That's how we met.
Yes.
And you know, in the broadcast industry, and we just need a whole lot of speciality issues. And one of these gentlemen's, specialities is to find, get, and deliver speciality issues, in a hurry.
Yes.
In a very short time.
Yes, that's my profession. That's my specialty as well.
But apart from that, because
yes.
we've been friends a long time, and you helped us with various solutions, and of course, for many years we needed to have very, very special network interface cards. We needed to have, the most crazy switches on the planet, and we're on to crazy today because we're talking about one of your dear partners, which I think they were called IBM some years ago.
That's correct. And now they are in a new package we all know as Lenovo. And we are a platinum partner with Lenovo. And we're here today to talk about power users on workstations.
Because, we don't really like to talk about PCs and other kind of stuff here. If it really wants to talk about computers, it really must matter.
Yes, of course.
So, I heard something called THREADRIPPER.
Yes, that's a new exciting thing that Lenovo has done with AMD. They now have produced the first workstation with AMD THREADRIPPER Pro.
Holy Moses. Tell me one thing. So what's the difference between then, because I've heard the term THREADRIPPER before. It's kind of, is this something also capable of doing gaming?
Yes, of course. It's a wide range of industries, of course, and for gaming. And now we have the THREADRIPPER Pro extension of everything that provides gaming development, software development, science.
So this is basically for the back office.
Yes, content media, of course.
Well, content media, well, here we are, content media, and that was the reason why, when you mentioned this to me not a long while ago, we were, of course, very interested because, in our IP-based media, we do a normal HD, we do 4K, we do HK, and we do this all over the same IP systems.
Yeah, and now it's time to change the game.
Oh, I love it. That sounds to me like a slogan, is it?
Yes, of course it is. Yes, this is a brand new cooperation with Lenovo and AMD.
Yeah.
So they produced a new workstation that we've never seen before.
But you know, it's very interesting because one of the reasons that we are interested in this is, of course, the notion that with IP, of course, you can do more over the same networks. With a tremendously powerful workstation with, of course, built-in IP connectivity, you can do more with the same workstation. And we actually, you know, you got us one of these Lenovos with the Threadripper Pro 64, the biggest, you know, CPU they have.
Yes, of course.
But we must say, and I'm sorry for that, Lenovo, because we actually opened it up and we got one more card in there.
Yes.
And that was just to be able to get uncompressed video out of the system so that we actually then can use our, you know, VB440 analytics on the output in real time from the Threadripper Pro.
This is exciting.
It is exciting.
Yes, I'm looking forward to see it in action.
Well, that's why we have a demonstration for you guys today. And basically, we have one of our absolute best artists to actually help us demonstrate. And that is Dag Selboskar, which is manning the Threadripper. Hello, Dag. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm here, yes.
He is there, and he is basically going to show us a lot of this. And for simplicity, we actually paired this up. If you can get a picture of the computer screen itself, can we? Yes, there we go. And here you actually have then, it's Adobe Premiere that it basically is running with, it's our own content. It's actually content from the bridge show that we did a couple of years ago. And, you know, this is a standard NLE package. And basically, we've been cutting on this material in real time. You can actually see the Threadripper on the right there, can't you?
Yes, of course.
It looks kind of cool.
Yes, it's a small single workstation,
Yeah.
single socket CPU
Yeah.
with up till 64 cores.
And this one is actually 64 core.
Yes, it's a power plant.
Oh, and you can see here he's playing back one of these sequences, and to the right of that you can actually see that it's the VB440's instrument view that is showcasing the waveform scope. You have, Dag, also the vector scope there available, don't you? Yes, yeah. Oh, packet analytics. Of course you have packet analytics. It's just beautiful. I know there is not a thing we can't do from that you know, analytics perspective, and if you go a bit you know, put it into video again, basically, and then go down there, and you can actually show the vector scope. There it is, just over. Yes, holy Moses. And as you all can see, this is working now in complete real time. We're actually taking a 10 gigabit output from the Threadripper, feeding it into our VB440, and actually then showcasing it back into the Adobe Premiere editing platform, you know, in real time over a Chrome browser.
Yes.
And the workstation doesn't seem to mind.
Yes. I even know it works seamlessly on 8K streaming.
Yes, that is also the cool thing, because, you know, that means that you will probably, if you purchase one of these, you probably won't need to purchase any more again for a while at least.
For a while, of course. And you can even buy the small one and upgrade the CPU. And of course, the big change is what you do in content making. You can change the variety of NVIDIA graphic cards as well.
Yeah, because of course we didn't mention that this is there is more than there's actually 2 slots of NVIDIA stuff in there.
Yes, that's nice to see.
It's
and we can
really
even
powerful.
provide it with 4 cards in some setups.
You didn't provide us with the 4-card version? What?
No, you maybe try it later.
Yeah, okay, well, that's fine. It's more than fast enough to actually do this. And again, if we can get the picture back to you know, the Threadripper station there, you see that it's amazing that we can do all this in the same appliance. And the cool thing is, again, that with the ability of having that much power, and of course it can run, the Chrome browser is just like an afterthought. That's not really giving it much stress at all, is it?
No, I can't see any stress at all.
Well, we have looked at the CPU meters actually on this thing, and to be honest, It is just astonishing. It just doesn't register at all on the CPU meters. So it obviously have a lot of power to spare. So that is absolutely phenomenal. But we must go on. And one thing, it's so nice to have you on board today. But every single show we also have a cultured thing that may or may not be edited on the Threadripper. We'll find out later.
Okay.
But we want to bring in, of course, our mad musical genius, which today basically have gotten a lot of stuff in his studio. Let's see what Axel means.
Chopin would actually manage his ideas through musical dialogue, a conversation. He'd ask a question, and then he'd answer. For example, like this. He'd ask a question. And then... Isn't that the same question? Smarty pants, but at the end... It's a third question. Tim, what does this dude want? Free Wi-Fi? With 5G?
Thank you to Axel. Well, he's pretty nice, and nobody can play Chopin just like him, so that's pretty good. Well, I must confess that it wasn't actually edited on the Threadripper. It could have had, actually. It could have been. And one of the things that we're very impressed by this is, again, that you can do multiple things in parallel, in real time.
Of course.
Because one thing is to have a workstation which is good at just editing, but now that you actually can see that you can actually bring back the image of the screen again. Because as you can see here from the editing platform, that again, you're not only running the, here he is actually, he's doing color correction, holy Moses, and that is also something that is, quite a powerful feature. And doing that on a decent workstation is absolutely doable, but doing that with full analytics in addition to that on the same workstation, that's starting to be, that's actually having its toll.
Yes, but there are some groundbreaking news about this machine. They provide us with, until today, you normally see like 18 cores in a workstation, and a dual core you have, or a dual CPU machine, you have up to 56 cores.
Yeah.
Here you have a single socket CPU for the workstation. With 64 cores,
but
and
that's
actually 128 threads.
That is kind of interesting, because it also means that you don't actually need to write so much speciality stuff for that processor. You can just, do you need more cores? Well, go for it.
Yes.
And I know that AMD also made a tool, together with Lenovo, of course, to be able to, share those cores more actively with the different applications.
Yes, you can do the management yourself to design what course to do, which tasks, even down to application level. So
Cool.
you have a good variety what you want to do. And of course, you spare a lot of rendering time and things to use for active
Oh yeah.
working and building your...
Yeah, rendering time. I know all about it. It's something that we all need to go faster. I say faster, absolutely. So that's for sure. Time is money, and faster is the key here. Well, I must say, Dag, thank you very, very much for providing this demo. And you know, can we get one more screenshot or shot of the screen here, because you know, I love this. It's then in real time, all the tools. Actually, here, Dag has centered around our audio tools as well, because, of course, you know, we have full audio metering with absolutely everything in the 440 as well. But it's so cool to see these things running side by side. It's the AMD THREADRIPPER, right? Pro?
The Pro.
Oh, yeah, with 64 cores. And then, of course, in the Lenovo workstation.
Yes, that's correct. In the model P620.
Oh, the P620,
yes,
of course.
The
yes.
new famous one.
That's the new famous one. Don't miss out on that one. And of course, we're running Adobe Premiere and of course the VB440 for all the analytics and the real time. At the same time, without any form of delay, even though the signal goes out of the workstation into our IP network, analyzed by the 440, and back to the screen in a Chrome browser. What's that for a workflow? You know, it's pretty cool.
Yes, of course.
And one of the reasons we really wanted also to showcase this when you said you had a brilliant new workstation was that some of our high-end customers are actually utilizing this.
Yes.
They actually built this exact setup for the Olympics last year.
Okay.
Well, and of course the Olympics didn't happen, so they do have some workstations there, but of course it's nowhere near the THREADRIPPER. I guess they're going to swap it with THREADRIPPERs now.
Yes, of course, it's far beyond what we ever seen today. So for the most of the tests and benchmarks you will see later on, or if you search yourself, it's a groundbreaking machine, and it's here to change the game actually.
Well, change the game. There we go. One more time. I love it. Well, Jørn, it was absolutely great for you to step into the show. Thank you very much.
Just want to mention, we have some in stock, and we have all the Lenovo people standing ready to help people if they want to change their business.
Well, there you go. Lenovo, AMD, and Jørn. Here we have some powerful combinations, guys. But again, please don't be a stranger. Jørn's name and contact details is in the information at YouTube. So please go and go crazy together with Jørn with the THREADRIPPER Pro.
You're welcome.
I like it. Well, thank you all for joining us on this show this Tuesday. We are going to give you another cool show with some other groundbreaking technology next Tuesday, live from our IP studio here in the basement of our Oslo HQ. So in the meantime, you guys have an amazingly cool rest of the Tuesday, and see you next Tuesday.
Thank you.